where nuclear war has begun. Vampires fought back in super real 3D.
What's up, guys? Late night edit. Midnight, couple days after Thanksgiving. I'm in the editing room. I got to finish a project coming up. I got to finish this thing hopefully by the time New Year's rolls around, or maybe shortly after that. Now, random thought. I just wanted to share it. The debate between 8K and 4K has been one for a while. And I made a video about is 8K overkill, and I explain in that video many reasons why I don't think it is, and it's not for my particular types of projects that I create.
So as you can see, this finish in a corporate blue pays tribute to the homage of the HO Trans Am from back then. Still sticks to the Common Core American math. 1 cam, 8 cylinders, 16 valves. Build it bigger, build it stronger, build it for boost now.
Without going into all that, that's a different video. This is one of the benefits of filming an 8K RAW right here when you're doing a double interview like this. So we can see this is a husband and a wife. And through this interview, sometimes while one of them's talking, the other one may not know what to do with their hands, or a facial expression or something that feels awkward. That can totally happen when you do a double interview, but sometimes you really want the double interview so they can exchange, get comfortable with one another. Sometimes there's a cute chemistry that happens back and forth. Double interviews happen, and if you film it in 8K, you still have the ability to crop in enough that you can get singles out of it. So here we are with the full shot right here. It's actually 24-70, but I have it set to 24. Canon RF 24-70 f2.8 on the Canon R5 C. And I have a general, pretty close to where I'm going to put the color grade. It's missing a little bit of bells and whistles because I'm trying to record my screen right now on the computer, and this is demanding to to put color grade effects onto 8K footage. And so we're going to get some choppiness, but you're going to get the general point here that I just wanted to show. So here's the full shot. Now, if I needed to get an individual out of this, this is only at 50% scale on a 4K timeline. See, all my 8K edits go into a 4K timeline. So if I'm put this at 100%, just the normal natural resolution that it is, boom, we're in there. Now, if I slide it over and I wanted just him talking, and it catches up, look at that. That's pretty good, man. Like, 4K doesn't give you that much ability, okay? Now, if we zoom out for a second, here's how big that clip is. Look at how much real estate is there. If I need an individual of just her, it's there. This is just at 100%. I could go in, not that I want to, but I could go in more and still get a very pristine image. Now we're at 125%. If I bring that back in to fit this frame, I mean, look at that. That's without any sharpening added. I could add some more sharpening. I will be honest, it starts to get a little noisy for my taste. The grade that I have on it right now has some film grain in it, so that's adding a little bit of noise back in there. But, I mean, look at this. I can get an individual shot with just her or just him, and I can bounce back to the full shot in a heartbeat. Right there, boom. To be able to cut between those in an edit is so invaluable. It's so awesome, and it makes it feel like I filmed it with more cameras. Now, ironically, I did. I filmed another shot with my red in 6K. I'm gonna boot that back up. Now here's the red. Again, just pretty close to the color grade that I'm going for, but we'll see where it lands in the end. I'm just getting started with this edit. And this is 6K. You can see that the scale to fit in a 4K timeline with 6K, this is true 4K timeline at 4096 by 2160. This is a 69% scale of the red footage that's filmed at 6K to fit inside this window. If I hit on motion, you can see it still is actually slightly wider than the 96 by 2160. That's okay, it gives me a little bit of wiggle room. Now, if I was to zoom in on this, which I totally could, we'll go to 100%, right? So I get in that much, and that's pretty good. This shot isn't set up as well for this because she's going to be a bit soft. They're at different focal planes. This is more of an angle rather than as straight on as the other shot is. So I don't quite have as much wiggle room, but the point is that 6K still, even on him, if we try to do this, it works. You can get it there, but I'm still gonna have to, because of this angle, have to incorporate a little bit of shoulder. Now, I'll just say, honestly, the 8K really does make a difference. When I see this blown up and played back in full, we'll try to play this for a second. You know, it does lose a little bit more resolution than the 8K. 6K is great though. It's still a drastic difference from 4K. Keep in mind, if I put this at 100% and we look at and I put it back to center, and we look at the full window that it is, by zooming out more, go to 25, you can see how much bigger that 6K frame is than 4K right there, which is pretty cool. But when you go to 8K and you look at how large the frame is, if it's set to 100, I mean, look at the size of that. I have to zoom out more so you can see it all. That is massive. Sorry, I gotta activate that layer. But look how massive that is. That is so big. Again, we'll go back to the red. Let me disable that layer. And then on the red, we'll hit our motion and see, and it's big. It's big, but it ain't like that 8K. That 8K really gives you some options. So anyway, I did do a rendered version so it'd play back a little bit smoother. Again, it's gonna be a little woggly. Is that a word? It's a word now. But there's the ungraded footage of the Canon R5 C, that setting. Then here's the 100% zoom in. I'll play that. Actually, this is playing back at half. Let's try to play it at full. You can see him talking there. I mean, that still looks really good. Again, there is some noise in this footage, a little bit. I'm grading it in C-Log 2 instead of C-Log 3. C-Log 3 has less noise in it if you choose to go that way. But the noise for me totally works for this because I'm also got some film grain in there that I've introduced. So it kind of just already paves the way for me to have a little film grain added to it. That's the look that I want to go for this, because for this one, I think I'm going to go super old school feeling. I want it to feel like closer to a 1970s kind of vibe. I'm going for that. Anyway, then if I turn that off and then turn this back on, this is another rendered clip. This is the full 24 right there. You can see, we'll try to play it at the full screen. Boom. You can see that shot working out like that. Handsome shot by the Canon R5 C. And then if we go to this and blow it up, you see turning off these layers below it actually does help performance with your playback. Don't know if you know that. I'm assuming they haven't changed that in Premiere in this newest version. But that's always been the case. So here's a rendered one. Now again, you can see more noise here. I haven't put my film grain on. I'm gonna go with that noise. I can get a cleaner image than this should I grade it differently in C-Log 3. Used to film on Sony's. But that's still, I mean, even with that, that's really not bad. A little bit of noise, denoiser, and that's gone if I wanted to get like a cleaner image. So again, 8K is fantastic. Just a little note, there's many other things that you can do with 8K beyond that you can take advantage of. Check out my full video on that if you're curious about it. But double interviews with 8K is so valuable. It really helps in the edit. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Not that that's relevant if you're watching this video a year from now. Well, actually, if you are watching it exactly a year from now, it'll be relevant again. So take care, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Movie voice.